Hi, Mochismo Eugene. Welcome to another video from Exit Strategy. Why some empath, chosen ones awakened, seem to be farther along in their healing than others. Well, first of all, don't be amused by what you perceive as farther along. You have a lot of time. You have a lifetime. You have a lifetime. You have one day at a time to improve upon you, your center. Don't measure yourself by someone else's progress. Be inspired by someone else's progress. That should be it, cut and dry. Be inspired. Let it allow you to elevate your own self-awareness, because the ones of us who may seem like we're farther ahead, this is just a human nature. After you're coming out of this abuse, there's no manual on what we've gone through, in the sense that there's no first aid kit that was available for something such as this. This is something that we're learning as we go along. There are people out here who have materials, and they have experiences, and they have different perspectives of what they went through, and sharing them with you and helping you find your way out of it into a life that was determined for you by God, not by the narcissist. So when you look at your life, don't measure it by another person's progress or growth. Only use that individual as inspiration. Because what will happen if you start measuring your life and your progress by someone else that is seemingly farther along in their healing, what it's going to cause in you is a lot of moments of disgust, frustration, sometimes maybe even depression, defeat. And these are all the things that you don't want to have to keep rehashing. You don't want to have these emotions running wild within you, because what they'll cause you to do is give up and give in to the temptation of, I'm tired of being alone. I need to find me someone. What these people, these monsters took me through, I'm just going to go out here and find me somebody that's good to me. And what you end up doing is becoming a reckless, ambitious person trying to make up for lost time. And you're going at it all the wrong way. This time that you have in isolation, this time that you have to yourself, enjoy it, relish it, because that was given to you as a blessing from God. It may not seem like it right now. Believe me, I felt at a point in my life, post-awakening, that now that I know what I know, I'm aware. I'm going to be able to determine where these demons are, the next woman, this, that, and the other. I'm going to get on my 1-2 step, and I'm just going to, there's somebody that's for me, this, that, and the other. You play these little tapes in your head. You strategize these things in your head, but not realizing that this time alone, this time isolated, this time is for you. That's a hard thing to reason with coming out of this, because we are beautiful people. Our hearts are in the right place. We don't have any ill intentions toward anyone. We don't harbor offenses long. We get angry, we get mad. People piss us off. We pretty much let them know if we don't suppress it. And even if we suppress it and we don't give them a piece of our mind, we are able to get past it. Unlike the narcissist, they'll hold a grudge over something petty for the rest of their life, and they won't forget it. They have a very good memory for BS. And so when you start thinking about how decent of a person you are, this is what causes us to say, man, you know what? I know I'm a decent person. I'm going to find somebody who appreciates me. There's nothing wrong with feeling that way. There's nothing wrong with having that desire. But what is wrong is your whole mindset and how you're trying to go out and obtain that. I used to hear someone say to me, and a few people, God sends people in your life and they say things along the way. And often we don't remember the person who said it. And I don't remember who said this, but I've heard it a couple of times. And it sounds philosophical, but I'm beginning to embrace it more and more. The person who's out there has already seen you. You just haven't noticed them yet. The person for you is out there. You just haven't noticed them yet. And then they have another one that says, I don't know, it goes something to the effect of, when you're not looking for love, that's when you find it. And when you're not looking for the right person, that's when you find them. Something to that effect. But I like the first one better. The person who's out there for you, who God has ordained for you, they're out there. You just haven't noticed them yet, and it's not God's timing for you to notice them yet. I believe in my heart that God will ordain that meeting of those minds, the meeting of those hearts, and those hearts will become one. I believe that. I believe it with all that is within me. You know why? Because I know, in becoming attuned to who I really am, whoever comes in my life, there's no changes I have to make. Because the person who accepts me for who I am, when they meet me, they will undeniably know that there is not much going to change within me or without me, outside of me or within me. I'm all about growing with someone. I'm not about changing anyone, and I'm not about people changing me. Your life is your own. God gave it to you. You do what you see fit for your life, and you live your life accordingly. And you let God be your judge and God be your guide. You stand on business. You stand in your truth. You don't let people give you the illusion or the impression that they know best for you. How could they? Pick your friends like you pick your fruit. Measure your friendships with people based on their consistency in their own life. And if that consistency does not meet the standard of giving me advice and having me embrace it, if you don't meet that cut, you can't give me advice. No, I won't tell you, I don't want to hear nothing you gotta say. No, I'm not that guy. But you darn well better believe you will be talking to yourself. I admire people who are consistent. I admire people who are genuine. I admire people who are authentic. Even if they got flaws, if they are consistently authentic, those flaws make them all the more of a better, or of a beautiful human being. One or two flaws in the way, say for example, how I speak. I don't always use the proper terminology. I don't always speak in the context of the way people think I should speak. I'm not a reckless speaker either, but at the same time, the balance that I'm choosing to find for my life is at my own pace. It's not at your pace, it's not at anyone else's pace, nor should it be. So don't measure your growth or the lack of your growth by someone else's growth. Use that person as an instrument of encouragement. Where they are, be inspired that that's a place that looks beautiful. That's a place that you are aspiring to try to get to. And you will. You will. Trust it. Trust the process. Be kind to yourself. Be kind to yourself first. That way you know when somebody is being very unkind to you. A lot of times people can be unkind in a very subtle way. You know the narcissist in their little backhanded insults. They're subtle. We pick up on those things now. Not much gets past us anymore. We don't give them the memo. Our curve game is on fleek. We can curve a narcissist and they won't even know what hit them. I'll tell you something else about my isolation. You know, a lot of people wonder. Do you know, I believe a lot of people who used to be able to anticipate where I will be and where I wouldn't be, they have no clue where I'm at, where I'm going, what I'm doing, when I'm going, when I'm going to do it. And I'm not purposely trying to be mysterious. I'm doing me. I'm doing me in a beautiful way. Make people miss you. Unintentionally. But purposely for you. Do you. And in doing you, they inevitably will hear crickets. And you'll make them realize how much more they needed you than you needed them. We don't need the people who we associated ourselves with the way that we think we did or we thought we did. We see that now. And as we're standing back, taking a step back and getting educated, elevating and vibrating high, we can see the people in our mind. We can see those sit-arounds. We can envision that we were more of a benefit in that circle for them than they were for us. We came around and our aura was the glue to that interaction. Not in all cases, but you get the gist of where I'm going with this. Empaths, we bring the noise. We bring the light. We bring that presence that people can't always describe, but they know is something that attracts them to us, although they can't even tell you what it is. And we likewise are attracted to beautiful people and beautiful souls the same way. But it's only a few. It's only a few. Empaths, chosen ones, we don't have a big circle. Any empaths or chosen ones out there that got a huge circle, leave it in the comment. I believe most empaths and chosen ones, we pretty much walk alone. We'll do good in crowds, but we'll do equally as good on our own. We're multifaceted. We're versatile. We're versatile. We can take it or leave it. So, to cap this off, I want you guys to be just inspired by the people who you see are growing or are healing in ways that you think are farther along than you. Don't let that discourage you or dissuade you. Don't let it cause you to tune out the information, the education, and the elevation. Stay connected to this stuff, guys. Your life depends on it. That being said, bless.